All right, let's get into part 5. I'm going to take this roll right on the corner here. I wish I could film the whole thing so it wouldn't be too boring, but it would be very difficult to do. This is a very, very fun hunt. All kinds of dates. And unfortunately, I'm only bringing you guys in for like toners or varieties, errors. But it would be a really cool, fun hunt to do on the video. It would just be forever, especially 3 rolls. All right, it would be like a couple of hours, maybe like an hour and a half. All right, roll 1. And that's a 58. I think that's a 59. It could be a 39. I can't see that well. 41. All right, so let's get into it. Put this over to the side, see what we can find, and hopefully I can bring you in a second. All right, here we go. We finally have a 1931 on the board. Decent condition. Looks like a little bit of lamination right there, the Wii. Let's see what the reverse looks like. Reverse is pretty worn. All right. Let's keep it going. Looks like a little bit of lamination maybe in this area here, possibly. Let's keep it going. All right, we got a new date with mint mark on the board, 1936, San Francisco. First one. Crazy that we've got a first on part 5, but there are still a lot of coins that we have not come across yet, so hopefully we have some more firsts, like in our 20s and teens. Maybe even a 1909 or a 1909S. I highly doubt they would be an SVDB, but never know. We got a lot of rolls left, so let's keep it going. All right, I'm on the 6th coin to the end of roll 1. We have a 1937 Denver with not a dropped L. We have some lamination here you can see, but look at that. Right through Liberty, we got a peel and a nice lamination crack that comes right up into the head. And I've only checked the obverse so far. That's what I've come across. So let's flip it over and check that together. Maybe there's something on the reverse, which I do not see. All right, we'll hold this one aside. Let's finish out this roll. I'll be right back. All right, that first roll is done. Let's get into roll 2. Okay. All right, let's see. That was not getting no good spots to peel here. There we go. All right. Okay, there's some shinies in here. What is that? Look at that. Wonder what that one is. Let's see here. Is this a weedy too? Look at that. All right, let's get into this roll. Maybe we'll come across something that we don't have yet. I'll be right back. All right, new spot on the board. 39S. Not in terrible condition. Still not finding any doubled eyes. And if I did, the coins are so worn. I haven't, but if they're there, I probably wouldn't be able to see it anyway. All right, 39S on the board. Be right back. All right, roll 2, and this is why we hunt coins. We have 1947 Cherry Pickers FS 101. You can see the notch here. Should be a notch here, but it's a little worn. A notch right there. It's a little notch right in here. If we come over to Liberty, there's really not much there. We come up to in, and we've got slight doubling on the N, a little bit on the I. And then we come over to God, and slight doubling out here, here, and here, here, and here. We, and now you can definitely see 1, 2, 3, right out in here. And then trust, look at this. Look at the doubling on trust. Check that out. So that's awesome. Cherry Pickers variety, FS 101, 1947, Philadelphia. Let's go. Be right back. Still working on roll number 2. We have a 1941 Denver. If we flip her over, we have Wexler's Best of WDDR 001. And you can see doubling throughout E pluribus unum. Look at how thick that is. The bottom of the U, the S, look at how elongated that dot is right there. Both U's there. The top of this E is thicker. There is a, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see, there's like a die crack right through here on the R. Extra thickness in America. And both wheat stems are thicker. And the tops of the wheats are doubled. Not that you can see it that well. But that's what we have, is a best of DDR 001. Let's keep it going. All right, the very next coin, we have this 1954 San Francisco red toner. Very difficult to see, but it's got like purples and reds in it. So we'll put this aside. I'll check that against my toner album. It's actually in really nice condition. Look at that. So we'll check that against the album. Let's keep it going. Very next coin after that toner, we've got a new date on the board. 1933 Philly. Hoping we can get the wheat series finished. That would be incredible. Like I said, I doubt there would be a VDB S, but you never know. Could be someone dumped someone's collection, someone passed away, who knows. But we got a 33 on the board. Let's go. A fifth coin from the end. We have a little die chip inside the right wheat ear. I'll take that. We have something in this side too. I'm not going to hold it aside. I'll put this with the grouping. But still a find. Let's keep it going. All right, last roll. Looks like this one we may have opened. So we're going to do this one. I didn't scope any of them. We probably just checked the dates. Well, let's see what we got in this one. Okay. We've got some memorials. All right. Well, let's see what we got. And if I have anything cool, obviously I will bring you in for it. Be right back. All right, working on roll number 3, we have a 1919S. If I come over this way, get the rim kind of tapers off, right? And then where the word Liberty is, it's pretty much gone. You can see a Y here, maybe a T here. Well, not maybe, that's a T. And Liberty should be in this area, but it's gone. The rim is all mucked up. And then the G of God is kind of missing. Should be right here. You can see it slightly right there. I don't know what happened here. If this is like a lamination peel or a strike through or just wear, like dirt. Kind of looks lamination like right up in this area. That's his back of his head. But I don't know. It could be a lamination peel. I am not sure. The reverse looks semi-normal. There is a partial rim there. Maybe grease. Maybe that's grease. I don't know. We'll hold it aside. Let me know your thoughts on that, because there is possible evidence of grease here on the reverse. If we flip that over, I'll hold it aside. Let me know your thoughts on the 1919S. All right, we had a couple of cool finds on this one. We do have a couple more spots filled. I think we ended up with a 33, 39S. There were a couple that we added, and just a lot more sense on the board. I might run a magnet just for my own knowledge across the rest and see if there's potentially any 43s. I doubt it, but just missing a couple. Maybe a 30, 31. I need a 32. We have a 33. Some Denvers, San Franciscos maybe. A couple over here. And then the 20s up top. And then our teens on the side. But we've got a lot of coins here. Could probably start a couple of albums. I'm hoping you're enjoying this series. If you are, please give a thumbs up right down here in the lower left-hand corner. Consider subscribing. Hit that notification bell. Tap that like button. Share and hype. And hopefully, I'll see you back on the next one.